global population reached over 7 billion in 2012, according to the U.S. Bureau of Census. By 2050, they are projecting it to reach over 9 billion. This population surge, strong economic growth, and higher disposable incomes in developing nations, particularly China and elsewhere within Asia, are increasing the demand for food and food production. An increase in the demand for biofuel also means an increase in the demand for crop production. The catch being, crop production requires arable land. As populations grow and urban sprawl takes over prime farmland, limiting the amount of arable soil, crop yields, or the amount produced per hectare, become even more significant. The ability to remediate, amend, or condition unsuitable soil and turn it into highly arable cropland also becomes vital. Multi-purpose protein-rich crops like soybeans, which can be used for both human consumption and protein-rich feeds for animals, has led to a surge in growth within North and South America. Argentinian crop consultant Pablo Adriana says Argentinian soybean production has increased 350% in the past 13 years, since the introduction of Roundup-ready seeds, no-till farming, and fertilization. In the heart of Argentinian soybean country is another business that's aligning itself to take advantage of the growth within this agri-industries.
Right now we're in a province called Santiago del Estero in the north part of Argentina. The product that we are mining is a natural fertilizer called calcium sulfate.
Soil lacking in adequate amounts of calcium sulfite may become compacted, preventing air and water from penetrating. As a result, soil may lose its leaching ability and become overly saturated with salt or other excessive elements, harmful to healthy plant development. Hydrated calcium sulfite is known as agricultural gypsum, an organic material used to amend, condition, and fertilize soil. When agricultural calcium sulfite is dissolved in water, it becomes calcium ions and sulfate sulfur ions. Plant development benefits from both of these nutrients.
Calcium sulfate is it's a surface mining project. Basically, it's very simple. We strip the overburden off. The calcium sulfate is in layers underneath the overburden, which is anywhere from half a meter to a meter thick, depending on where it is in the deposit.
According to geologist Jim Cuttle, the property contains at least 2 or more high-grade 1 meter thick calcium sulfite beds.
Right now, what we're doing is stripping the overburden off of the calcium sulfate. We take a hammer, we break the deposit up into smaller pieces. And then from there we take our machinery, we run it through our impactor, and it basically takes big chunks and makes them into smaller pieces, as you can see in my hand. Very simple process. There's nothing high-tech about it at all. It's just a simple matter of taking a bigger piece, crushing it, and sizing it to the product that the customer wants.
By creating a uniform particle size, agricultural calcium sulfite can be applied when planting crops in systems of direct sowing. Along with providing nutrients to developing crops, this application helps create a low-cost solution to soil remediation. Product costs are also minimized by easily accessible extraction machinery and a readily available labor market. Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Chile make up the Mercosur region. This region is named after a trade agreement formed to promote free trade and the fluid movement of goods, people, and currency. Pan American Fertilizer is physically well situated to develop cost-effective distribution routes. It is also strategically aligning itself with the largest fertilizer distributor in the region.
Mammosu right now is the largest distributor in South America for calcium sulfate. They have about 50% of the market base as well, which equates to most of our production. But our relationship with Mammosu is important to us, not only from our point of view, from Mammosu as well. They're the largest distributor in Argentina, and we are the largest producer. So it's a natural fit for us to capture market share. They're just started to move into Brazil, and Paraguay, Uruguay, and Bolivia. These markets are going to be huge for us, especially Brazil. Brazil has a total population of 200 million people and a huge farming community.
Pan American Fertilizer's Argentinian workforce is hired and trained locally in an effort to promote sustainable development.
Pan American Fertilizer has a social responsibility to the local economies in the areas that we work in. And they're very happy to see more skilled jobs coming to the area.
Pan American Fertilizer's expansion plans include creating more jobs in the region. The goal is to be producing 10,000 tons of calcium sulfate per month by December 2012. The company also plans to secure other calcium sulfate assets, other fertilizer assets, as well as developing distribution channels in neighboring Mercosur countries and internationally. Pan American Fertilizer's expansion plans ensure that it is on track for short and long-term growth, ongoing development, and stability.